ultimately, I want to thank Chase and his family. Chase took the high road, was highly cooperative throughout this process, provided us an opportunity to request a reinstatement and ultimately get the reinstatement that you guys are aware of. We did receive information, went through a process of interviewing a number of people to try and ascertain the facts, which is what we typically do. We suspended Chase as soon as we realized we had a potential challenge. Our compliance team did a great job of interviewing a number of different people to try and ascertain the facts, and I was really appreciative of Chase and his family and how they worked with us to get to that. We submitted our reinstatement request on Tuesday morning. We were fortunate to get that done in that time frame and get it to a point where the NCAA staff was able to expeditiously give us a response that you are aware of. So earlier today we got that response and ultimately shared it with you. Want to make sure we all understood the process, and that's why I'm here today. I'm not going to talk about details of the case. That's not going to happen here today. I'm here to just help you understand the process. Once we realize a potential violation occurred, then let me let you know that the violation relates to 12.1.2.1.6. You guys can go look that up. It's about preferential treatment. It's a piece of legislation that's been in our books since the 90s. Very important piece of legislation relative to recruiting and inducements, and so that's the case that we're talking about. But staff, the NCAA staff will process violations and waivers around the eligibility of the student athlete. So we submitted our reinstatement request to staff, and they have the ability to make a decision. Once staff renders a decision, we have an opportunity to appeal that decision. In this particular case, we chose to not appeal. Everyone is in agreement with that, including the young family. So we decided not to do that. It was an opportunity to possibly get an appeal done by this weekend, possibly. There's a 5-person committee made up of Division I administrators who would have heard that appeal had we chose to do that. Penalty structure ranges from 4 games down to 0. Obviously, in this particular case, staff felt that mitigating facts took it to a point where only a 2-game suspension was necessary. So that is the
compare this and put it together with the name, image, and likeness thing going on. Has this is maybe one of the first examples where it felt like everyone was in agreement that Chase is better off on the field, and the players are starting to have more support when these violations happen, and there needs to be a change. Are administrators sensing that, and when you go through this and combine that with the other process that was going on, did it change your mind at all, or do you sense that different way people are evaluating these suspensions?
No, I really think that name, image, and likeness is an important thing for us to do, and I think all of you know that. We always need to continue to find ways to provide additional benefits to our student athletes, and I think that hopefully someday, some year, we'll get to that around all the politics that we're dealing with. However, you're right. In reality, when you look at this particular case, it fits. It fits directly into what we're trying to do in that space. It fits directly into what we're trying to do with cost of attendance. There's no question about that. That's a great question.